1 e4, Gligoric opens with the king's pawn. 1 c5, Fischer wheels out his favorite weapon, the Sicilian defense. 2 nf3, standard development. 2 d6, the main line. 3 d4, white opens the center. 3 cxd4, the obligatory exchange. For nxd4, the knight takes its central post. 4 nf6, developing and attacking e4. 5 nc3, defending the pawn. 5 6, the Najdorf variation. Fischer's home turf. 6 bg5, Gligoric chooses one of the most aggressive and theoretical lines, pinning the knight. 6 e6, breaking the pin. 7 ef4, white prepares a pawn storm on the king side. 7 b7, developing the bishop. 8 qf3, preparing to castle queenside and intensifying the pressure on the king side. 8 qc7, the queen develops to a useful square. 9 00, the gauntlet is thrown down. Opposite side castling ensures a sharp, bloody fight. 9 nbd7, a flexible developing move. 10 g4, the kingside pawn storm begins. 10 b5, Fischer starts his own counterattack on the queenside without delay. It's a race. 11 bxf6, Gligoric trades his bishop to shatter black's pawn structure. 11 gxf6, a critical decision by Fischer. He accepts doubled pawns to open the g-file for his rook. This is a double-edged sword. His king can become weak, but his rook becomes a powerful attacking piece. 12 f5, Gligoric clamps down on the center and attacks the e6 pawn. 12 n5, the knight leaps to a fantastic central outpost, blocking the f-file and controlling key squares. 13 qh3, the queen moves to a more aggressive square, eyeing the weakened black kingside. 13 00, an incredible decision. Fischer castles directly into the teeth of the attack. He trusts his defensive resources and the power of his rook on the open g-file. 14 nce2, Gligoric reroutes his knight to join the attack via g3 or f4. 14 kh8, a crucial prophylactic move. The king steps off the now open g-file to avoid any checks. 15 nf4, the knight arrives, putting more pressure on black's position. 15 rg8, the rook now occupies the g-file, acting as both a key defender and a potential attacker. 16 rg1, Gligoric prepares to double rooks and increase the pressure. 16 d5, the counter-punch. Fischer does not wait passively. He blasts open the center to create chaos and distract white from the kingside attack. 17 fex6, Gligoric accepts the challenge. 17 dex4, the center is now a tactical minefield. 18 nd5, a strong centralizing move, attacking the queen. 18 qc5, the queen sidesteps while keeping an eye on the kingside. 19 next 7, Gligoric trades off a key defender. 19 c7, Fischer recaptures, and his queen is now very active. 20 nf5, the white knight lands on the dream f5 square. It looks crushing. 20 c6, Fischer calmly recaptures the pawn. The position is balanced on a knife's edge. 21 qh6, the queen returns to its menacing post. The threat of rd6 is in the air. 21 bd7, Fischer calmly completes his development, connecting his rooks. 22 rd6, the rook invades, and the pressure is immense. 22 nxg4. A brilliant tactical resource. Fischer gives up the exchange temporarily to deflect the white queen and disrupt the attack. 23 rxg4, Gligoric captures the knight. 23 qxf5, Fischer recaptures, and his queen is now a monster, controlling the center and eyeing the white king. 24 rxg8+, exchanging a pair of rooks. 24 rxg8, the black rook on g8 is a huge piece, pinning down the white kingside. 25, Rx f6, Gligoric wins the f6 pawn and attacks the queen. 25, qd5, Fischer's queen finds another excellent square. 26, rd6, Gligoric tries to force a queen trade. 26, qf5, Fischer keeps the pressure on. 27, rf6, Gligoric repeats, likely short on time and trying to find the best plan. 27, qg5 plus, Fischer decides that with his active pieces and White's exposed king, the endgame is favorable, so he offers the queen trade. 28, qxg5, Gligoric accepts. 28, rxg5, the game transitions into a rook and minor piece endgame. 29, rxf7, the rook wins another pawn. 29, bg4, Fischer's bishop becomes very active. 30, kd2, the white king rushes to the center. 30, bf3, a fantastic square for the bishop. It blockades the f-pawn and controls key diagonals. 31, k3, the king continues its march. 31, rg1, the rook attacks the weak pawns on the kingside. 32, bh3, Gligoric's bishop also joins the fray. 32, 1 plus rupee, Fischer creates counterplay. 33, kf4, the white king is active, but also a bit exposed. 33, bd1, the bishop switches targets. 34, k5, a very active king. 34, e3, the passed e-pawn becomes the star of the show. This is Fischer's main trump card. 35, bf5, the bishop tries to create a mating net. 35, rg1, a cool-headed defensive move. 36, rxh7 plus, check. 36, kg8, the king is safe. 37, rc7, the rook returns to defense. 37, bg4, Fischer offers a trade of bishops. 38, bxg4, Gligoric accepts. 38, rxg4, now it's a pure rook and pawn endgame. 39, rc3, the rook attacks the passed pawn. 39, e2, one step closer to glory. 40, re3, the rook is forced to blockade. 40, rg2, Fischer's rook is incredibly active. 41, kd4, the king tries to help. 41, e1 equals q, promotion. Fischer forces the exchange of rooks. 42, rex1, Gligoric recaptures. 42, rxc2, the game is simplified into a pure rook versus rook and pawn ending. 43, rb1, White prepares to defend. 43, kf7, the king becomes the key piece. Fischer's king will march to the center. 44, a3, creating space. 44, k6, the march continues. 45, b3, fixing the pawn structure. 45, rxh2, Fischer wins a pawn back. The game is heading towards a draw. 46, kc5, the white king is also active. 46, kd7, both kings fight for control. 47, kb6, attacking the a-pawn. 47, ra2, defending. 48, sa6, white wins the pawn. 48, rxa3 plus, black wins it back immediately. 49, kb7, the king tries to create a passed pawn. 49, kd6, Fischer's king is perfectly placed to stop it. 50, kb6, maneuvering. 50, kd7, Fischer holds the line. 51, b4, Gligoric tries to make progress. 51, rh3, the rook cuts off the king. 52, rc1, repositioning. 52, rh8, defending. 53, kxb5, white wins the b-pawn. 53, rb8 plus, check. 54, ca4, the king moves. 54, ra8 plus, check. 55, kb3, the king moves back. 55, rc8, Fischer offers the final trade. 56, Rxc8, Gligoric accepts, knowing the resulting pawn ending is drawn. 56, Kxc8, recapturing. 57, Kc4, the white king tries to invade. 57, Kb8, Fischer achieves the opposition. The white king cannot make any progress. The position is a textbook draw. January 2nd to January 2nd.